It's that time of year, okay? It's that time of year where everyone's thinking about what this year was like for them and what they want for the new year. And whilst I don't usually join in with that, like I kind of used to, and then I just didn't take it seriously because for me, I feel like it's the new year every day. Like I'm trying to be a new fucking person every day. So whilst I think that's the case for me, I still think it's good to reflect on the year that you've had, because a lot happens in a year, and a lot has happened in my fucking year, let me tell you that. I think that if you're watching this, you should do this with me, and we should just reflect on some things that we've learned this year, no matter how big or small, because I'm literally sat here thinking about fashion because I completely flopped the 75 hard style challenge, by which I mean I succeeded at everything except buying new clothes. And I know what that sounds like. It's like you've got a shopaholic problem. No, I genuinely don't. Here's my thing. I think we need to be way more personalized in how we do things. I buy clothes when I find a staple piece that is integral to my closet, and my fashion and style is integral to part of who I am, and I truly believe that, like wholeheartedly truly believe that. And I think what's also important to add is that when I do buy new clothes, I always get rid of a bunch of clothes that I need to get rid of. Check out my Depop and my Vinted. So there's no lack of sustainability in there. I always buy secondhand, always, like 99% of the time I buy secondhand. And all the clothes that I am getting rid of are clothes that I've had for years. So I go through this cycle of emptying my closet as much as possible, but I also keep clothes for a long period of time. I'm not buying clothes just because I want to buy clothes. I'm not buying clothes because it's part of a trend. I'm not buying clothes because I want to spend my money. I literally have money trauma. It's not happening. I'm buying clothes because I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I want this, and this is going to be a staple, and I'm going to wear this for years and years and years and years, and it's time to get rid of other stuff that I'm not going to wear anymore. So that was the one thing that I flopped at when it came to the 75 hard style challenge. But also, I think there needs to be leniency in how we approach things like this. Okay, change of scenery, and it is a few days later. My camera died. But I know what I was saying. I remember what I was saying. And then I also wanted to shift the conversation that I'm having with my own camera to the concept of New Year's resolutions, because I kind of hate it. But also I think like it's because it's never socially like widely about anything important. It's always like lose weight, do this, do that, get a promotion. It's like, it's fucking boring shit. And because of that, I like made a little list. You can also see this on my Substack at some point. I did write something up for it. I wrote a list of things that I would like to achieve in the new year. And I made sure that it came very naturally to me, these things, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't shit like get a car, boring, just do it. The new year doesn't mean you have to do it, do you know what I mean? But these were the things that like intentionally I want to do. intentions have been set. Okay, listen to more music. Do I say that? Sure. I followed that with I miss myself and I've begun to find my way home to music. I feel like music quite literally defined who I am for like the majority of my life, and then it turned into movies and then it turned into books, and I've always loved all three, but I feel like I really miss the music aspect of it because it definitely decreased quite a bit, and there were reasons for it. PTSD. But yeah, now that I'm getting over that hill, I feel really eager to hop back on that passion of mine in one way or another. Wear your retainers, that way they'll stop hurting. I'm looking at them right now. I was ill back to back for 2 months until now, and I just put them in the other night and I had to take them out after 10 minutes. It was so painful, but also I've gotten in the habit before that where I was lacking putting them in, so I should really do that. Also because like I've had perfect teeth now for more of my life. Ew, I hate this fact. Then crappy teeth, and there are pictures of me that exist where it's like my teeth are so bad. I used to have teeth, my front two teeth, like that, literally out. I used to get called Bunny. And I don't want to go back to that. I just don't feel like it, babes. So that's a big one. Take more photos on my film camera. This was a habit I had for like 2 years. I think like 2022 and 2023. No, 2021 and 2022. And I just really came out of slump. I think just because I forgot to take it with me, and then it just became a habit of like I completely forgot about it. But I love taking pictures with my film camera and I really want to do it more. I'm so obsessed with memory collecting and gallery walls, and I just feel like film photos hold something that digital photos just never will. I love both, but yeah, I want to get back in the habit of using my actual camera and getting like capturing moments on it. Yeah. Don't give up on art after 5 minutes. You're not an artist, let it be fun. My mum is an artist, and growing up I always loved art and I was surrounded by art, and I will always love art, but also there comes a point where like because of my, I think because of my job and also because of my ability to read a book, for example, really quick, or like you watch a movie and it's done in an hour and a half, 2 hours, to binge a show in a day, my inability to sit with something and it not be perfect almost instantaneously is like really fucking frustrating. So over the weekend, again, this will be on my Substack whenever I release this Substack, but you should follow my Substack anyway. I did like a clay, I want to say it's a lily, but it doesn't really look like one, jewelry holder, but it's not like a, it's not a bowl and it's not like a tree. It's literally just like a figure, but I want to put my jewelry on it because currently I don't have a place that's nice enough to put my jewelry, and it's just everywhere and I'm losing pieces, which is really frustrating to me because I love my jewelry. So I thought I'll make like a designated little corner for it that is pretty and also like enough, takes up enough space. Anyways, you can see the final thing when my Substack comes out, but that was fun, and it isn't instantaneous because it's taken 3 days so far because It's air drying clay, and then I had to paint the front of it and then paint the bottom of it, which I just did today, so it's still not done. It'll probably be done tomorrow. But I enjoy that process more than like drawing, because I'm just frustrated as fuck when I draw. But I do love it, so I want to enjoy it more and not put pressure on myself when it comes to any form of art, really. Spend more time with family. You've solidified your career now. Yeah, this year I spent a lot of time, well, yeah, no, this year, solidifying my career in social media, which I've done successfully. It's my full time. I have like 30 clients. It's been really, really good. I'm so proud of myself. And that wasn't even like a thing. It wasn't like a, this year I'm gonna do, it was just like a, I am an adult, I need to do this, and I did it. Simple as. And then also the mortifying reality that I have grandparents who are just getting older, and I can't even talk about it because I will be sick. I will be ill. I'm the closest with my 𝙃𝙗𝙧𝙘𝙀, my 𝙂𝙧𝙝. I have my 𝙃𝙗's handwriting tattooed on my ankle, because like the nickname that he calls me in his handwriting. And this year, especially near the end of this year, I mean, we spent all of summer together in Greece, so that was just beautiful. But then after that, I had to come back and catch up with so much work, and I got sick, had to catch up again, got sick again, and I just, so many times where I was like, I haven't called my granddad in ages, I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, when usually we would see each other every day. And it's frustrating and it's life, but I would like to put more effort from this point forward into spending time with family in general, because you never know, which scares me, but you never know. And finally, make time for movies again. I know your film degree killed it in you, but you do still love film. Pretty much. I went from watching like 400 films a year, not including rewatches, all new movies, like movies I hadn't seen before, to this year about 100. And I know that still is going to seem like a lot, but for me, that is nothing. And most of them, if you look at my Letterboxd, have been, follow me on Letterboxd, have been crappy Christmas Channel 5 movies, because I've been in the mood this month to watch a lot. And if I didn't do that, I'd probably be at like 60, 70, basically, which is depressing for me because I love film. As I said, I have a degree in film. Film changed my life. Like, it is just part of who I am. So I want to get back into enjoying it. And I've got the time, but instead I spend that time again doing things that cause instant gratification, like binging shows. Like, I've binged over the past like 6 days 3 seasons of Bones. I love it. It's a brilliant show. I'll keep going. 𝙃𝙗𝙧𝙀, the man that you are. But saying that, I could have spent, because I think each episode's like 40 minutes, I could have spent 2 episodes worth watching a new movie instead, and probably really enjoying it. So I essentially want to figure my media out and my priorities, because I am the media I consume. I am. It's just who I am. It just makes up who I am. And it gets me depressed when I think about the lack of things I've been doing that don't represent me to me. So those are my goals for the new year, and there's a lot of things I've been reflecting on. There are things that are so personal that like a year ago, 2 years ago, I would have shared on the internet, that I just feel like, you know, when you're in the middle of something and it still just needs to kind of find its way, and you're like, once I find that way, maybe then I can talk about it and everything more confidently. because like I said, like my career, it's solidified. I'm good, I'm not worried. Even though I'm freelance, like clients have just come and gone and come and gone, and it's a circle. I'm not afraid when they go. I'm, you know, grateful and privileged to be able to say that. I'm very good at saving, let's just also say that. My work has thrived, and then there's other things where I'm like, the last few months my health has not thrived. I have been sick as a fucking dog, and I hate it, and my health is like something that I just can't control. But it's also a vulnerable subject because I'm like, it gets me depressed as shit. Like, I had the norovirus last week. I've only really just started getting better, and it just I was like bedridden for like 4 days. Yeah, and I was getting so depressed. I was texting my friend, I was like, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm literally losing my marbles. I need fresh air, I need to do work, I haven't worked, I need to do, and I just kept saying all this, and I was like, this is so depressing. So shit like that sucks. And there's a lot of other stuff going on in my life that I'm excited about but also nervous about, and I think that's normal. And also I'm just at that age where like things just keep happening, and that's fine. It's a privilege to be busy, right? So yeah, I think I'm releasing a Substack on like more explorative thoughts on this, like more deeper kind of thoughts on this soon. It's called New Year More Growth, where I kind of go into depth about everything else that I'm feeling a bit more vulnerably, and subjects that maybe I haven't touched on yet in this video. But this one was, I treat my YouTube as quite a fun thing nowadays, a secondary kind of channel to just sit and chat. And then you've got my, you know, Instagram and TikTok and shit where I'm like, everything's pretty and perfected, and then my Substack has kind of become my place of vulnerability and emotion. And I think it's interesting that I've been able to somehow sector it all off like that, but I have, and I think a lot of people do subconsciously. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts. What are your thoughts going into the new year? Follow my Substack and let me know what you think about the New Year's article when that comes out. I really like it so far. I haven't finished it yet, but I do really like it. Coffee Corner's getting like a little rebranding, and yeah, I'm excited. I love you guys, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.